Fate has a sense of irony. Just days after goalkeeper, Anatoly Trubin became an unlikely hero with a stoppage-time header that sealed Benfica's stunning 4-2 victory over Real Madrid in Lisbon. The two European giants discovered they would face each other again. Not in weeks, not in months, but in a matter of days. The draw held in Nyon, Switzerland determined what many are already calling the tie of the round, Benfica versus Real Madrid in the Champions League knockout playoffs. For the Spanish club, a chance at immediate redemption. For the Portuguese, an opportunity to prove that magical night at Estadio da Luz was no accident. Surprisingly, for two clubs so decorated in European history, Real Madrid and Benfica have met just 4 times in competitive action, and the numbers don't favor Los Blancos. 3 wins for Benfica, including the memorable 1962 European Cup final. The recent clash in this season's league phase only reinforced that historical dominance. The energy of Sheldarup, Prestiani, and Sudakov, combined with Pavlidis' goal-scoring ability, made Real Madrid suffer in ways few had seen since Alvaro Arbeloa took charge. That defeat didn't just cost points, it cost pride. And it cost direct access to the round of 16, a privilege reserved for the top 8 finishers of the league phase. There's one element that adds extra layers of drama to this tie. José Mourinho, the Portuguese manager, one of the most successful in Real Madrid's history, now leads Benfica, and he'll return to the Santiago Bernabéu not as a prodigal son, but as an opponent. The second leg will be played in Madrid on February 25th, and Mourinho's presence on the opposite bench intensifies the revenge narrative. For Arbeloa, it's the challenge of facing a mentor. For Mourinho, the chance to prove his worth against a club he helped glorify. Real Madrid will face significant obstacles for the first leg in Lisbon. Scheduled for February 17th, Rodrygo and Raúl Asencio are suspended after receiving red cards in the previous encounter against Benfica. The absence of key players in the opening match could set the tone for the entire tie. On the other side, Benfica is getting stronger. Important players like Richard Rios may return from injury, and the club has already secured winter reinforcements. Rafa Silva, returning to Lisbon football after a modest spell at Besiktas in Turkey, and Sidney Cabral, coming from Estrela Amadora. The tie promises to be balanced, intense, and loaded with emotion. The winner of this clash will face an equally complicated challenge in the round of 16, Pep Guardiola's Manchester City or Sporting Portugal. The path offers no respite for those dreaming of European glory. While Real Madrid and Benfica dominate the headlines, other matchups promise their own dramatic stories. Paris Saint-Germain, the current champions, will face Monaco in a French derby. It's the second consecutive season that the Parisians must eliminate a domestic rival at this stage. Last season, it was Brest. Despite Monaco's modest position in Ligue 1, the team has already proven capable of surprises, having beaten PSG 1-0 in November with a goal from Takumi Minamino. Juventus, 2-time European champions, will face Galatasaray in Istanbul. The Turkish side exploited home advantage to beat Liverpool in the league phase and boast heavyweight veterans like Victor Osimhen and Ilkay Gundogan. Luciano Spalletti's Italian experience will be tested against Turkish intensity. Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid will take on Club Brugge, a Belgian side that exceeded expectations in the league phase and proved dangerous at home, where they drew with Barcelona and thrashed opponents like Monaco. With players like Christos Tsolis attracting attention from major European clubs, Brugge cannot be underestimated. Inter Milan, last season's finalists, faced the peculiar challenge of visiting Bodo Glimt in the Arctic Circle in mid-February. The Norwegian stadium's artificial pitch has already been the scene of humiliating defeats for Lazio, Porto, and Roma. Bodo comes in hot after consecutive wins over Manchester City and Atletico Madrid and won't fear the Italians, even though the second leg at San Siro factor favors Inter, Borussia Dortmund, and Atalanta face off in a balanced clash between teams that finish the league phase in close positions. Both lost their final 2 matches and arrive inconsistent, yet dangerous. Newcastle will face Qarabag from Azerbaijan in what appears the most lopsided tie of the round. Though Liverpool showed that winning 6-0 is possible, Qarabag has already proven capable of surprises by drawing at home with Chelsea. Finally, Olympiacos and Bayer Leverkusen meet again after a recent league phase encounter, won by the Greeks 2-0. With the first leg at the intimidating Georgios Kariskakis Stadium in Piraeus, Olympiacos, 2024 Conference League champions, can build a significant advantage before the return leg in Germany. First legs take place on February 17th and 18th. Second legs between the 24th and 25th of the same month. 16 teams fighting for 8 spots. Traditional giants risk early elimination. Underdogs dream of unlikely glory. And at the center of it all, one question that will echo through the coming days. Will Real Madrid achieve redemption against Mourinho's Benfica? Or will history repeat itself, confirming that some ghosts are difficult to exorcise? The answer will come in February, on the stage that has so often witnessed miracles and tragedies, in the theater that only the Champions League knows how to build.